Welcome back to FM Story. Welcome back to FM Story. We're past the halfway point of season 4 and things are going pretty well. We're currently sat second in the league, level on points with Rangers, but we've got a game in hand on them. We've already retained the League Cup this season and we've managed to make it through to the knockout stages of the Europa Conference League, and we've made it to the round of 16. So without further ado, let's get into the action. We're in the middle of March and we've got a big game coming up against Rijeka, the second leg of the round of 16 game in the Conference League. Since the end of the last episode, we haven't exactly set the world alight in the league. So we started with a home game against Livingston, which we won 2-1. We were 1-0 up, they equalised and we went up the other end practically from the kick-off, and their player turned it into the back of the net to give us that 2-1 victory. We then went away to Aberdeen and it was a bit of a nothing game. Neither team really created an awful lot of chances. They took the lead just before the hour and we were able to get an almost immediate equaliser through Hugo Ekitike's first goal for the club. We then went into a game against Celtic where they took the lead. We equalised just after half time. We thought we'd won it with a header from Yarol Kwanzaa, and then basically from the kick-off they went up the other end. Simone Profundi scored and that was 2-2. We then had a trip to St Mirren in the Scottish Cup 5th round. We got off to another decent start. Romeo opening the scoring after 11 minutes. They pulled it back before half time, and then Ian Matson scored a wonderful solo goal in the second half to secure the trophy, to secure the victory. And we could have been better, but its most important thing was making it through. We then followed that up with a 2-1 victory away at St Johnstone. We didn't start well, we started very poorly, but we managed to get better as the game went on, and Burstow and Romeo got goals to see us to victory. We then went away to Hibs and it was one of the dullest games I've seen on Football Manager. 0-0, neither team really looked like scoring. And then Celtic at home. We were so much better than we had been for most of this episode so far. Ended up 3-0 up after 73 minutes. They pulled a goal back and then got a goal back in injury time, and there was another 4 or 5 minutes of injury time after Abada scored. It was rather tense towards the end, but in the end we came away with the 3 points. We then kind of ruined the good performance with a pretty poor performance away at Dundee. We made changes at half time, brought Kieran Dowell on. He got sent off almost immediately for a wild lunge. We then did manage to take the lead after that, but Dundee just had loads of chances towards the end, got 2 goals, and we didn't look like getting back into the game at any stage. And then we went to Rijeka for the first leg. of the round of 16. First half was pretty dull, but we turned on the style in the second half. Michael Bermudez getting a goal, and then Kieran Dowell with a towering header at the back post, and O'Donnell with a drive from 20 yards, seeing us to a comfortable 3-0 victory, and hopefully that's a big enough lead to see us through whatever we can manage to do in the home leg. And then the most recent game was a comfortable 4-1 victory away from home against Dundee United. We just too good. They got a late consolation goal, but that's all it was. And hopefully we're rounding into some decent form come the end of the season now. And as far as the league table is concerned, it means that we're currently sat 3 points behind Rangers. I think Celtic are too far gone for us, at least at the moment, this season. So I think the aim for the rest of the season has to be to try and finish above Rangers. We are pretty comfortable in that third position with 17 points clear of Hibs in fourth, and we're already guaranteed to be finishing in the top half. So now it's about making sure we make it through to the quarter-final of the Europa Conference League, make it through to the semi-final of the Scottish Cup, and then just keep progressing on from there. So this is the side we've picked for the second leg against Rijeka. We've gone with Hill at right back, and we've gone with Ekitike through the middle, just because they're playing the best in those positions. Hopefully this 3-goal lead is enough to see us through to the quarter-final. We're obviously going in with our 4-3-3, they're going in with a 4-2-3-1, and hopefully we've got enough of ourselves to make it through. Right, throw in deep in their half. It goes back to the keeper. Looks like they're trying to play it out from the back, going down this right hand side. Back into midfield. Romeo picks it up. Back to Doyle. Matson bringing it forward to Bermudez. He cuts inside into Doyle. Vivino. Back into Bermudez. Back to Vivino. Doyle. What a ball out wide. Ibrahimovic. What a first time cross. And Ekitike scores, taking the lead after 10 minutes. 4-0 up now on aggregate. And that is exactly how we want to start this second leg. It's a lovely ball out by Doyle. Ibrahimovic in extra space, gets the first time across in, and Ekitike rising at the far post powers the header past the keeper. Right, Doyle swings a corner in, up in the air, comes out to Ibrahimovic. He's driving forward towards the edge of the box now. Into Ekitike. I thought he was offside, but the keeper's managed to turn it behind for another corner. Matson to take from the right with his left foot, swings it in, and they've managed to clear the danger. Ibrahimovic though gets it back in, stands it up towards the back post, and the keeper comes and claims it easily. And there we are, half time, 1-0 up. Pretty professional job. Need to do more of the same in the second half. Make sure we don't throw this away, and make sure we get into that quarter final. So we've made a handful of changes at half time, seeing as we're 4-0 up on aggregate, just to rest some key players for important games coming up. Ibrahimovic down his right hand side. Fansar to O'Donnell, who's just come on, driving down the right hand side. Whips a cross in, and Ekitike heads wide from point blank range. That would have been a great start to the second half and perfect introduction for the substitute. Right, Matson with a throw. Velasquez, Geza, back, Vivino into Geza, gives the ball away. Now they're attacking down this right hand side. Far too easy for them to get into an attacking position here. Swings the crossover, and they've hit the bar from 4 yards, and that needs to be a wake up call. Right, they've gone long with a free kick here. Doyle chasing back into the keeper. Right, Matson, Velasquez. It's a poor pass, and now they're coming down the right hand side again. We've won it back and then lost it immediately. And they're getting a lot of joy down their right hand side. Another cross in. And again, they've missed from 4 or 5 yards, and we didn't heed that wake-up call. The only thing we can hope is that it's too little too late from them. Right, they've got a throw again down their right-hand side. The ball into the box. And all I can say is it's a good job we're in the 90th minute. And we had a 4-goal advantage before that, because we are all over the place at the moment. Far too easy to get in there, and then just slides it between Liam Kelly's legs. Right, we've gone back to the keeper. Right, Vino, Matson, Velasquez, Agumi driving towards the box, crosses towards the back post, and Mason Burstow's secured our place in the quarter final. I mean, it's 5-1 on aggregate now, but they were a much better team in the second half. Gume driving forward just stands his cross up to the back post. Burstow's header, and the keeper's basically punched it into his own net. We'll take it. And that's full time. We've made it through, which is the main thing, but that second half was unacceptable. If they'd taken those 2 chances that they missed from point blank range, it would have been 4-3 on aggregate in injury time, and anything could have happened. But luckily they missed them, and we've made it through to the quarter-final. And we're straight back into action in the quarter-final of the Scottish Cup, a home tie against Ross County. Hopefully we've got too much about us to see them off. We have made some changes. Velasquez is starting at left back. Binks has come in instead of Vivino, who needed a rest. Geza Turi's come in instead of Tommy Doyle. We've moved Ekitike to right wing, and we've brought Mason Burstow through the middle, just to give Ibrahimovic a rest as well. Right, they're bringing the ball out of the defence. They've gone long, but Quansah picks it up, comes back with the ball into Ekitike, back to Quansah, Geza, Sin, got a ball, Romeo's in the box. Perfect start, less than 2 minutes on the clock, and we've taken the lead in the quarter-final. Well worked goal, comes into Quansah, into Geza, onto Sin, plays a lovely ball in, onside, and just dispatches it past the keeper. And there we have it, half time, 1-0 up, that early goal. We've dominated the game. There's not been too many highlights, but we've been by far the better team. We did have to make one change in that first half. We brought Sotakan on the right instead of Ekitike, who'd picked up a knock. Hopefully it's not too serious with the big games we've got left this season. And now we just need to do more of the same in the second half. Right, free kick, Can to Bermudez. He hits and rattles the crossbar. Sin chasing back to get the ball. Into Geza. Hill from distance. And that's easy for the keeper. Right, free kick. Sin to take it. Going to whip it in with that left foot. Said he plays it to the edge of the box to Can. Shot deflected. They've cleared it as far as Sin, who goes down the outside. Cross with his right foot, goes up in the air. He gets back to it. They scramble it clear as far as Geza. On to Velasquez. Down the line to Bermudez. Pulls it back. Sin scores. It might have taken a deflection off the defender there, but 2-0 up just before the hour, and in a commanding position here. So Geza out to Velasquez. Plays it down the line. Bermudez goes past the defenders if he's not there, stands on it, pulls it back, and Sin's shot goes in. Right, Kelly with a goal kick. Out wide to Hill. Into Quansah. Geza in midfield driving forward. Into Sin. Romeo approaching the edge of the box. And in the end, the keeper makes a decent save as well to hold on to that one. Right, throw it deep in our half here. Managed to get a ball into the back post. And luckily the header just loops over the top there. Just a warning sign there that it's not 100% over yet. Right. Velasquez with a long throw here. To Can. And Ibrahimovic just fires over, should at least be hitting the target from there. They've gone long with the goal kick, but Ibrahimovic gets it. Can goes all the way back to Liam Kelly. Geza to Quansah. Geza into Can. Drives infield. Finds Geza. Binks back to Ibrahimovic. He's through. Lovely finish. That's 3-0 up, and that's got to be us in the semi-final now. Binks into Ibrahimovic, back to Binks. Is inside the fullback. Lovely first touch to get past the centre half, and then just bends it into that bottom corner. Right, corner, Maatsen to take. Headed clear as far as Sotakan. is it into Ibrahimovic, Geza back to Can. What a finish that is. Driven across the goal, past the keeper, in off the post, and sort of Can in the second half of the season is becoming a player we can really depend on. I think next season, with a bit more experience under his belt, he could become a key player for us, but a lovely first touch and just hits it and gave the keeper no chance. It was past him before he knew anything about it. And there we are, full time. It's 4-0, thoroughly professional performance, and we're through to the semi-final of the Scottish Cup. And we've now made it to the end of April. We've played one game since that quarter-final, and we're in a pretty decent position. So that one game was a home game against Dunfermline in the league, and we came away with what ended up being a comfortable 3-1 victory after going behind early on, although it could have been a bit more comfortable because Matish Sin missed a penalty that would have given him his hat-trick. And what it means as far as the league's concerned is we're currently sat in third position on 67 points, and we have almost guaranteed our position. In fact, we have guaranteed our position. We have guaranteed our position in the Europa Conference League, although it doesn't say that on the table. The board's already paid out bonuses for the Europa Conference League, so I hope we've made it there. But we are still 13 points behind Celtic, 3 points behind Rangers with 7 games left. So again, as we said earlier, the aim for the rest of this season in terms of the league side of things has to be to try and finish above Rangers. It's got to be doable. We've got to play them at least once. So hopefully we can achieve that. But it's been a long season, and I do have a bit of a concern that tiredness might start to play a part soon. And there we are, it's another episode done and dusted, and things are looking great. We're into the semi-final of the Scottish Cup, we're into the quarter-final of the Europa Conference League, and we've still got a chance of finishing second in the league. Join us next time to see if we manage to achieve any of those aims as the season finishes. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.